All right, y'all, so let's talk about this. Lauren Price versus Stephanie Peneiro. Um, Lauren Price got it done. Peneiro tried to pressure her as much as she could. She was able to time her at times and, catch her coming in. And overall, she just didn't have the skill. The hand and foot speed still was a problem. And Lauren Price won the fight by a large margin. Now, she had a busted lip, blood everywhere. I think she said it was a clash of her face and her head or something like that or whatever that caused it. But she didn't panic. She kept her composure, fought like a champion is supposed to. And she got the win. Now, at the end of the fight, Claressa Shields came into the ring and, they had a face-off. There was no disrespect whatsoever. Now, Lauren Price said she would agree to go to 160 pounds and fight Claressa. And Claressa said, yeah, they can make this fight happen. Claressa is there supporting women's boxing. And, Lauren Price didn't try to show off and act, funny style because she's in her country. But, she basically just gave Claressa props, and then they're pretty much going to fight. I like that fight. And I like the fact that, Lauren Price said something that I respect. And more people should understand this. If you're calling somebody's name and you haven't done anything yet, right? But you're calling their name, you should be ready to go to their weight class. But two, when you get to the point where you're just calling somebody's name and you're holding a belt, it just proves that, okay, you have a belt, but there's nothing special about you. Your presence doesn't mean anything. This is why you're pretending to want to fight somebody that you don't really want to fight. I remember before where Lauren Price said she wanted to fight Michaela Mayer, and Michaela Mayer and her team basically, didn't react like they wanted this fight. Well, I like this fight between Claressa Shields and Lauren Price. I've always liked Lauren Price as a fighter as well, and I told y'all before, she's a problem, Now, here's what I say, and this is what I believe. I believe the reason Michaela Mayer don't want that fight in particular is because I don't think she can handle that speed and that movement. Michaela Mayer would have to basically, I'm going to tell you, that all that movement and the hand speed is there. One of the things Lauren Price does, she does the same thing Katie Taylor does. I don't know, but most women, that's just how they throw their punches. If they're here, right, they'll move and then they'll shoot the shot and all whatever, right? But Lauren Price moves, and she lunges and she throws the same repetitive combinations every time, right? But she's so fast that the other females can't, they just haven't made her pay for it yet to the point where they knocked her out or made her discouraged from coming in doing it. Because what she does is she's here, and then when she steps, she always steps with her right foot. Boom, 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 boom. And she squares up. A couple of times, Peneiro was able to catch her. Boom. And when she catches her, she goes back. But she'll swing on the way back in case Peneiro jumps in. Peneiro she's just, Price was just better. Basically, she did all she knew how to do. And, this is a fight that I actually want to see, was Claressa and Price, because if you want to step up, step up. All of this now, imagine if Lauren Price is doing videos, interviews, whatever, promos, and she just keeps saying Claressa, but only at 147. No, she's going on to 160. Let's get it. Okay? Um, I saw a couple of thumbnails. Claressa Shields ducks. What's the chick name? Shadeja Green for Lauren Price. First off, there is no contract signed. And Clarissa, yeah, she says Shadeja can get her ass whooped too, right? Who says Clarissa's not gonna go and fight her next? Who says that fight's not gonna happen? All Shadeja Green does, honestly, is just talk shit. All of these women act like they're a bunch of victims of, like somebody owe them something. Like, you look, go out. I don't believe in passing the torch. Light your own torch. I don't believe in digging a hole somebody already started. I'll dig my own. I'll dig my own path. I don't need to follow what you're doing, because when our paths meet, my body of work is going to be respectable and undeniable. Instead of me sitting back waiting for one person, keep calling someone's name, and then when it doesn't happen, the desperation kicks in, and now here you are when you're older, trying to make up for lost time, trying to get active and fights that you should have had years ago already. I like the fact that Lauren Price, she's a worthy opponent. Lauren Price basically can fight. She steps up and she's willing to go to 160 and make this fight happen. Great. Great. In the meantime, while all of these other women are just running their mouths, we're about to get some action. Now, let me just say this about Michaela Mayer. She's talking about fighting Shields, but she's doing a little bit too much talking. She's talking about, and I'm going to tell you what I believe this is, too. Why? I believe Lauren Price is better than Michaela Mayer, first of all. But two, she's agreed to 160. Michaela Mayer is saying possibly 154. Possibly 154. So there's nothing etched in stone there. But she's just saying, like, it's not like there was negotiation. This is the thing, because somebody say your name, all of a sudden you just have to fight that person right next because they said your name. Michaela Mayer is the funny thing with her is she's another one. Oh, I would love to fight Katie Taylor when somebody asks, or Amanda Serrano. But look, Baumgartner don't want the rematch. Okay, you're in a higher weight class than Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, and you fought Sandy Ryan already. You got people like Chantel Cameron out there. You got Lauren Price. Why not fight Lauren Price? See, Michaela Mayer is flat-footed, right? She's tall, but she does the lean. She kind of leans over into the side a lot, right? And I don't think, see, if she kept her hands up and she could double and triple on that jab, step around when she whips the jab to the body, feint it, you give the angle so Lauren Price, when she lunges in, she has nothing to hit. After make her reach, she's going to be desperate. Jab to the body, jab, keep stabbing that body. Jab to the body, jab to the head, step, keep you out the center line. These are the type of things that she'd have to do. Michaela Mayer leans a lot, she lunges a lot, and Michaela Mayer has a tendency, she doesn't have good footwork, so she lunges to try to, catch you. I'm not saying she won't land some good shots and make the effort to try to, make it a fight, but I technique wise, I just think Lauren Price would pile up points and completely outclass and outbox her. And I believe that Michaela Mayer and her team feels the same way. No reason for this fight to not happen. And this is what I said last year. I said, now, she's done all this crying about not getting a rematch with Baumgartner. And she keeps complaining because she loses a fight by a close fight. But then she finally won her title. But it's just like, all right, cool. Why don't you fight Lauren Price? You're right there. 147, what? Well, you're right there. So when these women go up and down in weight to fight, my whole thing is all of the smaller women, it's like they have the fingers crossed that they get that lottery fight with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is going to make the most money fighting each other at this point. Shields will be the only exception. You understand what I mean? And she's too big for these little ass women. So for her to have to drain herself and try to come down to 147, 140 for what? No. I believe that she loved the challenge of Lauren Price. And then two, it's the type of thing where for her to come down from 175 even to 168, she can do 160 easier. So it's like, well, hell, that's closer to what I am now. Why not make that fight first? Hell yeah, let's go. She's ducking Shadeja. Come on, man. Guys, do you forget that the woman named Franchon Cruz that Claressa Shields easily beat the shit out of Shadeja Green? Do you guys, forget that the woman named Savannah Marshall, who Claressa Shields beat easily and dominated 10 rounds to 2? Do you guys forget, or whatever the bottom line is? Do you guys forget Shadeja Green struggled with that same woman? Struggled. Shadeja Green is sloppy, no footwork, there to be hit. She's not a thinker. She doesn't transition well in between offense and defense, and where she should be, where her head shouldn't be, when she should punch, when she should be covered up. She stands in punching range and she's not ready to punch. Like all these little things that you see her do. Nothing personal against Shadeja Green, but it's amazing how y'all just pick somebody and want to try to make them the underdog of, like the hero, the hero underdog. Like, she's the one. What does Shadeja Green and any of them have without mentioning Shields' name? What is it that they do that people are coming out to see them? I really don't understand how the ignorance is just so bliss. Like, but how women, black women love to hate on other black women. But the ones that, he's talking about a 19-time champion, and all of a sudden she's ducking Shadeja Green. Man, she go out there and she rocks Shadeja Green shit. Y'all gonna come up with some bullshit excuse. Oh, Shadeja's not the same. It's just some bullshit excuse. Like, listen, man. Everybody always said the smaller weights is where the money is. Just because those are the money fights. Those are the bigger names. But everybody at the smaller weights is depending on hoping to get a fight with two people, Serrano or Taylor. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me because Claressa Shields is going to fight Lauren Price that she's all of a sudden ducking Shadeja? See it how you want to see it, but you sound stupid, man. And let me tell you something about this business, man. All of these people that running their mouth pretending that they want to fight, and yet they've done much of nothing. People barely even know who they are. But then you have fights with people, right, that the fans want to see. And wait, what happens? The ones who got their little favorite from somewhere else. Oh, she's ducking. Why don't they fight this person? Now, the only thing that she asks of Lauren Price, and I agree with her, come to America. I don't know. Maybe y'all like having shackles on your feet and at the wrist and have your ball and chain. Because, first off, it's like this. Devin Haney went over there to Australia twice and beat George Kambosos both times. Okay? when you make the point about, but Deontay went over to the U, I don't give a fuck what Deontay did. That's his business. But you also got to understand, Deontay ain't no damn draw. And at this stage in his career, especially, man, why the hell you think it happened in the UK? Don't nobody care to watch no goddamn Deontay Wilder fight. What stadium or arena he's gonna fill up over here and fighting who? So he's in a different situation. Let's not forget, okay, Shields went over there in the UK and kicked Savannah Marshall's ass after y'all said the same shit that Savannah was gonna knock her out. The same shit y'all talking about with Shadeja. And like I said, after she beats Shadeja, there's going to be some more excuses. Nothing special about Shadeja Green. Come on, man. But anyway, and that's it. Just come to the States. Now, Lauren Price says she has no problem, right? Doing it. Okay, do that. Because if you want to fight, and that's the thing, who's the champ? Who's the draw? All right. So if that's the case, and she decide she don't want to come to the States, well, then that's going to be her loss. Because, I mean, you know, one thing about a lot of the fighters that come from different countries is that you have a fan base there. And people, you know, you got the fighters that's there that might not be well known in the States. You can do that. Especially when you're a champion and you fight there, okay. But when it comes to you fighting against a bigger name, you're clearly not the A side. You're clearly the less accomplished fighter. Well, 2 Olympic gold medal champions and 2 champions right now in the sport. 2 solid fighters. I'm down to see that fight. But don't let the travel be the reason that it don't happen. Come to the States. Why not? Y'all don't, you know, you don't hold the cards in this situation. Come to the States. Make the fight happen. It's as simple as that. You know, and for any one of you that have a problem with that and trying to make it like, oh, Chris already making an excuse. Yeah. It would be y'all black asses out there making excuses. Just like when Roy Jones didn't want to go over there and fight Mekosevsky. Okay? Along with the fact Roy Jones was scared that if he doesn't knock this guy out, they might just rob him like they did in the Olympics. Roy Jones was the champ. The hell he got to go over there and fight Mekosevsky in his country for? Ain't no different for Claressa. No different. The hell she got to go over there for? Because they imagine if Lauren Price said come to UK or no fight. Then there's no fight then. Who the fuck are you? You're not the A side, and that's the thing. When you're trying to earn your keep, that's when you have to take the shorts and do all that. Now the ball's in your court. Simple. Come to the States. I like Lauren Price as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And I think this will be a better fight. I think Shields will beat the shit out of Michaela Mayer. I think, you know, it's like with Lauren Price. See, the thing with Lauren Price, the way she fights, if you time her, because she throws the same repetitive punches when she jumps in. Like I said, it's just the fact her hand and foot speed often is too much for these women. Timing her, catch her coming in. Like I said, you give her those angles, man. Where she's not able to throw and hit anything. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on your toes. You got to be ready to, you know, man, slip and slide, get out the way of them shots, counter to the body, you know, double up to the head. You know, it's so many things. I don't know that Michaela Mayer is capable of doing that. I think Shields will fuck Michaela Mayer up, but I look at it and I say, I think out of all of them, Michaela Mayer will be the one. I said Michaela Mayer and I said Lauren Price will probably be the only ones really willing to go up there. But even for Michaela Mayer, I think Lauren Price is a bigger threat. And I think Lauren Price will beat Michaela, and I'm super confident that Shields will. But I think this is a different fight. It's a better fight. And Shields, with the timing, Shields got fast hands and combinations herself. You know, she got the footwork, the movement, the IQ. I'm looking for a good fight. And like I said, Lauren Price is a better opponent than Michaela. Michaela is good, but you know, there's really nothing behind Michaela. If you think about it, every time you turn around, she's in front of a camera doing an interview, but nobody's really talking about Michaela Mayer. Just like nobody's talking about Shadeja Green. And the thing is, I think like Shadeja Green fans think she's some big superstar or something. Like, she's not. Now, I'm not against her fighting Shadeja. If that fight happens, cool. That's not a fight that I'm against watching. But I'm saying, just the way y'all be talking with all of this, oh, she's scared, she's ducking Shadeja because she knows Shadeja, and I kind of like, yeah. There's always some salty, bitter black motherfucking woman that let those words come out of their mouths, man. But it is what it is. And it took Savannah Marshall to tell her to believe in herself, and she thinks she believes she can beat Shields. Yeah, Savannah's still salty that her ass got beat by Shields, and then she tried to, follow her footsteps with the whole MMA thing and all that. And let's just be real, man. Savannah's washed up now. She's washed up. And the only reason the rematch didn't happen is because she refused to come to the States. Come to the UK. No, she already did that. You come to the US. So she didn't really want that rematch. And what she's going to do different? She's not a better fighter now than she was then. Claressa was able to maintain. So I'm looking forward to the fight. I think it's a good fight. And, Lauren Price, she got the job done. And, hey, man, this is a tough sport, man. Boxing, things happen there, man. And you got to be ready. You got to be mentally and physically tough. This is why it's called the hurt business, man. Like, ain't no games being played in that ring. That I would rather see this fight happen and it actually happened than to just have a bunch of back and forth and everybody's talking and bullshitting, but nobody's making moves to actually make a fight happen. Because all that yap, that's not what real fighters do. That's not what real men and women are into. I'm about that action, man. I get active. I ain't with all that talking. So, that's what this generation is full of. A bunch of silly ass Instagram gangsters and just everybody want to talk tough when they on social media or whatever. But real fighters know you get in there and make it happen. And I love the fact that this shit just came out of nowhere. Wasn't no talking about it, nothing, just out of nowhere. And I'm like, cool. I looked at the size of Lauren Price, her back, the muscles in her back, shoulder area and all, and I'm like, you know what? She can handle 160. She can handle, you understand what I'm saying? She can handle 154, 160. She can, she might even can get up to 168. She got a wide back, big thighs and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at her build. I'm like, yeah, she can get up. The reason that these women are trying to get Claressa to come down lower is to try to get the advantage of hoping she drains herself. We all know that. We're not stupid. But, hey, man, salute to Claressa and Lauren Price, because for, all these other women that just keep talking and running their mouth and doing interviews and just keep talking, do something with your time. Make a fight happen. Make a fight happen. And after Shields and Price, if it's a fight at 160, which it will be at 160 if it happens, and it's like, okay, Michaela, can you make 154 or 160, right? And if that fight is to actually happen, cool. It's funny because Canelo can call all the shots, right? No, you call it to 160. Yeah, I don't go to 160. And it's just perfectly fine. But nah, Shields got to come down to whatever somebody else. Nah, the fuck out of here, man. So if that don't happen, then she said, okay, listen here, Shadeja, I'm coming to 168. I'm gonna beat your ass next, right? Listen, y'all, she gonna get her ass whooped regardless. It's always talking. It is always gonna be somebody next, just like Floyd. No matter who Floyd beat. Y'all say he gonna lose, then he win. No, he ain't gonna beat this guy, then he win. He ain't gonna beat this one, then he win. He ain't gonna be, and it's an excuse as to why he won. Oh, they was too young. Oh, they was too old. So it is what it is. But I like both of them as fighters, man. And like I said, this is a good fight. This is a good fight, and this is a fight that I think this fight, first of all, and also for Shields, the way Shields fight stylistically, this is a better fight for Shields than Baumgartner little ass. Too little, just too little. Not just I first of all, she's too. I think this is a better fight than Hannah Gabriel's at this stage. Period. I think this is a better fight than definitely a better fight than Michaela Mayer. So you know, and let's just be real. You think Katie Taylor's gonna come up to 154? Did you see how small she was when she stood next to Claressa Shields? Okay, so she's not going up there. And then after she did, and then Claressa beat her little ass, the first thing y'all gonna do, oh, big deal, she beat little Katie. Yeah, right. Excuses. Stylistically, I think this is a much better fight than with any of these other women. But Claressa's hand speed, her timing, her ring IQ, everything is gonna come into play in this fight, and it's gonna have to be one of these things where you get to see just how sharp Claressa is, because Lauren Price to me is better than Katie Taylor and Amanda. She'd fuck both of them up. Let's just be real. She fights similar to Katie. She fights very similar to Katie, but she has better footwork than she has better footwork than Katie. Katie's quick on her feet and moves, but Lauren Price fights better off the movement and actually on the back foot and moving. She can throw punches and combinations and move and slip and slide, whereas Katie just gets in, gets out, move, and then jumps in, you know, so they fight similar in that sense. I don't know what the fuck women punch like this, man, but she's smoother. She's smoother, you know. And to me, this is where it would be similar to fighting Katie Taylor, but and also Lauren Price has better head movement. So in between exchanges, she knows how to, you know, and then she'll shoot a jab and move, and like she's smoother, man. I don't care about who's more popular and who has, you know, I don't care about none of that shit. She's smoother. And she's definitely better than Serrano. Come on, man. Let's stop playing games, man. Amanda Serrano, flat-footed, stand up there and take all that punishment, man. Just, I mean, they built their name off each other. Not taking nothing from either one of them. I just get so sick of people acting like there's only two good fucking... Y'all talk about how all of the best fighters at the smaller weights, but all y'all talk about is those two fighters. Lauren Price got some shit. And basically, her coming up to this weight, to 160, to fight, cool. And what happens after that, we'll see. We'll see. But, you know, she's 31 years old. Claressa's, what, 30? So, yeah, I mean, hey, you know, Baumgartner, I tell you what, and let me say this. I think Price beats all of them. I think she's a stronger version, and a more effective. She's more effective with her combinations than Katie. She takes a punch better than Katie. You know, I think she's better than her and Serrano. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about no who's more popular. I don't give a fuck about no popular demand bullshit. The eye test. She's a bigger threat than them. I believe she would beat Baumgartner. And I'm going to tell you why she'd beat Baumgartner. Because Baumgartner trying to handle speed and movement. Baumgartner has issues with that. Not to mention, you know, Baumgartner is a boxer puncher that tries to fight like a pure boxer. She don't let her hands go enough, and she don't put combinations together. She throws one punch at a time, and when she does throw a combination, it's like she like to do it, then admire her work. Like, yeah, did you see that? But there's nothing effective happening there. And that speed and movement, and I don't think Baumgartner is sharp enough to time her like she's supposed to and try to, you know, I seen her struggle with, look at the fighters she's just struggled with. I think Price is definitely better than her. In fact, I feel like Price, um, um, Lauren Price, if I had to compare her to Dubois, she's better than Dubois. She's sharper than Dubois. Dubois would have to time her. The speed, the movement would give her problems. If Dubois got smart, shoot shots to the body, movement, I think everything will put Dubois in a different frame of mind of, do I play cat or do I play mouse? And I just think Lauren is a better thinker. I've always said that about Lauren Price. You know, and as far as any of them that I just named, she's a bigger threat. She's a better opponent for Claressa than any of them. And those other women are too small, so that it's irrelevant to even talk about them. But I don't think any of them beats Lauren Price. Any of them. So, and I like Katie Taylor as a fighter, man. But I'm just being honest. It's like they fight so similar, but she has more advantages than Katie. She's, like I said, she's better with her movement. Katie used her foot speed to move and get out. She had quick feet too. But when she lunges, she does the same thing. She lunges in, throw her little shots, and then get out. But Lauren has better footwork, and she utilizes the jab better. Hook off the movement, and she uses those still, the angles better. Yeah, I really don't see Katie Taylor being a problem for Shields or Serrano. I don't see Baumgarten being a problem. I don't see Michaela Mayer being a problem. I just think that Lauren Price is a bigger threat than all of them. And that's why, even when I said, why the fuck don't Baumgartner call out her? If you're going to say that you'll go to 147 to fight Shields, why not go there and fight Lauren Price? And this is what I'm saying. So all these women that go up and down, notice who's not going up and down. Baumgartner. Oh yeah, she's not going up and down. So, it's funny how people are they pick and choose who they want to say is ducking and who's this and who's that and who don't want to fight who. And yeah, and I ain't, listen, man, I like Baumgartner as a fighter, but I see the holes in her game too. And I know damn well I don't care about all that diva shit, all the little half-naked pictures and all that. And like I said, trying to all this modeling, I don't care about none of that shit. They're keeping her away from certain people. She's keeping herself away from certain people because she's too complacent with not fighting these top-level names. Too complacent. The best want to fight the best. It's simple as that. So I'm feeling like finally there's somebody that's willing to step up and not just talking. And again, before I close this video, I have no problem with seeing Shields and Shadasia Green. I'm saying there's nothing special about Shadasia Green's skills. Period. Point blank. Period. For that matter, since Shields is getting ready to fight Lauren Price, potentially, why don't Shadasia just say, hey, let's run it back, franchise? Because she got her ass kicked by her. Nah. Let's just wait for Claressa, or pretend we waiting for Claressa and then blame her when the fight don't happen. Come on, man. Stop. Oh, why don't she, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. One fight at a time. And, plain and simple, everybody's trying to fight where the money's going to be bigger. This is business. And y'all know that. There's a 19-time world champion, black woman. And you got a bunch of black people hating on her. And by the way, Shadasia is black and so is franchise. It wouldn't hurt for them to have a rematch, would it? Wouldn't you want to beat the person that beat you? All Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Catch you guys in the next video.